is dynamic. It, it evolves. Now, when people talk about culture, they've tried all sorts of, the African dress and so forth. But if you look, it's all either it's borrowed from Arabic attire, the influence in Africa, or just a Western attire, because we did not come out with our national dress. We were at one time fighting for survival, because they came with guns and they're shooting just willy-nilly, and everybody was preserving their lives. So whatever culture we may speak of, it's bookish. We need to come out with a formula and say, as Africans, this is what we are, and this is what we want it to be. We will never be, primitive again. I mean, that chapter is gone. First and foremost, first and foremost, unity, and more unity, because we have a tendency of going there and just rambling, lamenting what Albion or the oppressor or the colonizers did to us. And all that it does not put food on our tables as Africans. Not at all. Crying about how bad John is, how bad Mike is, how bad Paul is, does not solve your problems. It's high time we stop lamenting and put our ideas on the table as scientists, as sociologists, even as lawyers, because even we talk about lawyers, it's all Roman Dutch law, you see. So we need to revolutionize even the law or the justice system in Africa. But we have to borrow from other continents and nations and peoples. We need to be ourselves. Self-respect, self-preservation. There is no new will that we can invent. So we have to use what is available and improvise on that. And think outside the box. Just like the Chinese did, the Indians are doing it. The only peoples that are lagging behind are Africans. If you can think as an African, but be able, because you're colonized by the British, especially in this hemisphere, mostly it's British. In the eastern and northern parts, we Arabized. So you find that you have to borrow from that exposure and do you the best out of it. Yes, you just have to think out of the box and be and show the world that an African also has the capacity to excel in whatever they put their minds to.
So
yes, the takeoff was Zinalisa, Zimbabwe National Liberation Supporters Association, and the land reform program that was undertaken by us Zimbabweans. And in Africa, I think we're the first people to repossess our land. Yes, we did it. And well, that is why sanctions were put on Zimbabwe. And for the past 30 years, we've been, slaving under those sanctions, because we did what they never thought can be done by black men: repossess your land. Yes, they know that it can be done. It can be done. Afrilisa can do it, but the stepping stone is Zimbabwe. You have Afrilisa Nigeria, Afrilisa Burkina Faso, Afrilisa Zambia, Botswana, and so forth.
okay.
We have taken the step to step out and say, yes, we are an African Liberation Support Association standing only for and on behalf of the African. We are on Twitter.
Okay.
And Facebook. Well, we just flashed our name
on Facebook. Yeah, we are new to Facebook.
Yeah, I think the audience is different. Yes, the audience is different because we are mainly a continental pressure group, and we don't want to tend to be an entertainment platform, not at all. We are a serious thinking people and want to be a think tank, liberation think tank. Oh yes, we are on WhatsApp. The number is 07729497 1 0729499701. And I pray and hope that the journey has begun. The journey has begun, and we look forward to being ourselves, not to be crybabies and want to plagiarize Albion and others. We have respect for the oppressor, yes, because it was a wake-up call. I think we were resting on our laurels. That is why we in the first place colonized. So we need to wake up as Africans.